And the clean and jerk, that stood for a long time. Oleg Perepechenov for 9 years since trenching in 2001. So the first man to throw the gauntlet down to his competitors tonight will be Poland's Krzysztof Swaric from Gdansk, with 145 kilos on the bar. Exactly as he planned, so that was what he posted as his intended opening total, and onto the stage very deliberately. European junior bronze medalist last season, and picked up 146 kilos in Limassol, and the same kiloage actually in the junior worlds in Sofia earlier last season. So opening up on 146, Poland. As you would expect.
Sticks it, really puts his feet out wide at the end when he's holding the bar overhead, waiting for the down signal. Nice way to open the session. Historically, this is one of the most competitive classes in weightlifting, meaning a small difference can make a big difference. A little difference in the total might pop you up or down a couple places in the final standing. We got two guys in here claiming 340 totals coming in. Everyone else is 345, 350, or 355 by one guy, just to give you an idea of how narrow the spread is on paper at the beginning of the contest.
Yeah, this is an evening to produce your 6 out of 6, or at least your 5 out of 6, because it's going to be that sort of competition.
Yeah, missed lift here might mean missed opportunity. Expect it to come down to the last clean and jerk.
And as you said, you know, some great names. We saw briefly that Roll of Honor.
Oh, big names, yeah.
Perepechenov won it twice. Tanazar of Turkey, who was dominant 2004, 2005. Georgy Markov before that for Bulgaria. Vanev and
Peter Chanov, Bulgarian, who then went to Qatar.
Yeah. The $1 million transfer.
Exactly. We had to learn how to pronounce the name of the country, at least in California.
And they had to try and learn how to sing the national anthem.
Well, yeah, I was going to say pronounce their Arab names, right?
So this is Agassian for Armenia, 22 years of age, runner-up in the under-23s. And actually, when you look at the age range here, actually, apart from the Slovak lifter, Tkach, everybody else is sort of 20 to 22. They're all in that sort of junior under 23 range. So this is the future.
Yeah, youth over the bar. Boy, another really nice lift. Guys who snatch well make it look easy. And watch, he'll just pull the bar up, reverse directions, straight line it down, as if he's sliding on a pole or something. No wobble, no deviation. Just puts the bar where it should be.
And Agassian with that 148 surpasses Birka of Moldavia and Germany's Jakob Neufeld of Germany, who both snatched 147 in the B group earlier on today. So now it's Armenia setting the pace. And here comes Richard Tkach, the Euro record, or European record, for the snatch. Martirosyan at 173.
Well off there, but gives us an idea of the level we could hit here. Not tonight, I'm sorry, but I mean in this lift, in this.
Also gives you an idea of how much strength in depth that the Armenians have got at this particular weight class.
Yeah.
Weighed in at 76.50, and body weight takes him into the lead on a 148.
Took a couple steps forward after he completed the lift just to make sure everything was in the right position, but watch his start. Textbook slow start, barely breaking the bar off the platform, then he's going to accelerate. Boom. You know, a good point about the Armenians, seem to have an unlimited pool of talent. I don't know what it is, but it's hard enough for me to try to stumble over their names, but you have to keep learning new ones.
Well, you and me have yet to get to Yerevan. Or maybe you haven't told me about it.
No, I haven't.
You keep telling me unless you're flying Star Alliance, you won't go anywhere.
No, Lufthansa, yeah, let's be really specific here. If Lufthansa doesn't go, neither do I.
Well, they'll cherish you as a passenger. Well, it's a good start. Let's hope that the good lifts are infectious. But as you know, they should all get these openers.
Should, but you know, we've seen our share of misses already so far this week. Not what you want, but these guys are slamming through these at the lifts. As we've said, they know even better than we do. Each miss here is going to be really costly.
And here is Alexandru Roșu coming out for Romania. And as I mentioned in the introduction, you know, his dad Vasily, junior world champion back in 1979. And here's a bit of digging.
Yeah.
56 kilo class, or I think it was that around then.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
112 kilos was his snatch on that occasion.
Well, I'm impressed.
Very nice.
Yeah, there we saw an example of the velocity and the acceleration that really described this lift. Speed and then more speed is really how the bar moves in the snatch. Muscular lifter, Charles.
Probably noticed on the little graphic there, weighed in at 76.80. He's the heaviest of the 8 competitors tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be tall and muscular, I mean, that mass has got to show up someplace, so it's going to register on the scale. But he looks tall to me for the class. He's got these big deltoids and arms and stuff. Still doesn't look like a bodybuilder, but pretty muscular guy. Good lift. I'm going to let you handle this name, David.
Krzysztof Svaric.
Yeah.
From Gdansk.
I'm sorry, my American brain sees all those consonants run together, it goes blank.
I'll tell you what, I have a very good trainer here, Mr. Bogdan Mogranowski.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah.
From Poland.
Yeah.
And he's kind enough to put me right just about every night.
Yeah.
So, 150 on the bar. 5 kilo increase. Weighed in at 76.76, so this would take him ahead of the Romanian who preceded him. Good precision lifting. And
yes, the curse of the number. Where's my number? I know it's any place where it's supposed to be.
Well, I tell you what, our colleagues have been, the reason for the number is obviously identification for the marshals and the controllers. But what our colleagues have been doing on the computer desk is all these European athletes are being photographed, so that in future on the attempt board their photograph will appear, and therefore we can hopefully very shortly get rid of these pesky numbers. Because it is purely for identification.
Gosh, you know, I have a modern camera. It's got a voice recorder. I can say their name and, you know, have that file with the image.
Well, he could say it if he could pronounce it.
Well, there you go. Polish guy.
Semiyachi for Turkey, another 22-year-old, 151, first attempt for the lead.
I'll tell you, one nice lift after another here. This is really a pleasure to watch.
I was just about to say, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah. That wide receiving position and holds that wide stance when he's waiting for the down signal. Very solid looking.
Yeah, he's a guy who's really making progress coming out of the Junior Worlds where he got a silver medal in 2008. And, you know, he's sort of beginning to knock on the door. Yeah, the Turkish lifter you just seen, he posted a 3:45, but only actually puts him 10 kilos off the best total, so it really could be nip and tuck here, and the bar creeping upwards, this time to 152 kilos for the man in black from Slovakia.
Yeah.
Slovakia, who hosted the European Championships back in 2001 in Trenčín.
Yeah. That's where Perpechenov made that great world record, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah.
It was the big highlight of the championships.
Oh, it was super lift. Yeah.
I sort of still can remember the big gasp in the room.
Yeah. Created the impression of being like a hard rubber ball, just bounced down and bounced up and lifted this huge weight. He's retired though, I guess now, probably.
And was never the most consistent of performers, though.
Now he was a bit of a wild man. He didn't know which one was going to show up that day and where the bar was going to end up, but it was going to move fast. And wild man, this guy is not. He put that right where it needed to be. Notice their feet are not moving. None of these lifters really very much. Their feet are not moving after they complete the snatch, which tells you they put the bar exactly where it's supposed to be. They're making it look easy. No matter how heavy the weight is, generally, if the snatch is well executed, it's going to end up looking light. I mean, these guys, this is 153 kilos. Okay, and these are 77 kilo guys. Imagine this, pulling the weight up, about chest high, reversing directions, doing a full squat under it, arms extended, standing up, and making it look easy. A lot of people couldn't do this move with a broomstick, let alone an empty bar, or, in this case, 153 kilos.
Agassian now for Armenia, bar at 153. Already you have this sense, don't you, of, sort of, cat and mouse, and a kilo here, a kilo there.
Yeah.
In this case, it is a decent increase, 4 kilos up for him, and the 153 would take him into the outright lead ahead of Takac, who's currently in first place. Yachi of Turkey in second, but still Chedimai, Mirzoyan from Albania and Armenia, and also Dudoglu yet to start.
Another great lift. And another Armenian talent. Weightlifters must be just a national resource is what I'm trying to say in Armenia. I mean, just keep dipping in that pool and producing another one. Like pulling rabbits out of the hat.
Well, we talked about competition for Olympic places, this is exactly what this is about.
Yeah, eyeballing London 2012, and the path to there is through Paris later this year, and preparation for Paris is right here in Kazan now.
Svaric, and a 3 kilo increase, so this is pretty good. This, I should have mentioned earlier on, is another personal best, because Svaric's 150 was already a personal best. This is to extend it. He's very steady. "15 seconds. And a good drive up as well, and long may this 100%.
I didn't want to say it, David. I've been biting my tongue. I thought, I'll jinx it. I keep looking at the board. Not a miss yet.
Yeah.
If the next guy misses, I'm going to stand up and point at you, the cause. No, it's fantastic. It's running just smoothly.
Hey, this is 3 out of 3. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, and look at the board. Every lift has been successful. We haven't had a miss yet, This is making up for another day I can think of.
Yeah, very good competition this afternoon with the women.
Super, yeah.
And now we're on our way in a very nice way. And this is Chedimai. Now, this is the man who ultimately was awarded the bronze medal. Mikolai Charniak, who won this competition 2 seasons ago, disqualified for a doping infringement after last year's competition, so slung out of the medals for the Belarus lifter. And Chedimai, I should say, promoted from 4th to 3rd.
Boy, there's a great example of the second pull. First pull is getting the bar off the platform around knee height, up mid-thigh maybe in that range, and then from mid-thigh on up, just the explosion. You're going to see it maybe in the slow-mo here. Watch what happens when that bar gets about mid-thigh higher than this guy. Watch, boom!
Albania with the advantage. And this is a man who only made 2 lifts out of 6 last year, so much better start now. Just reflecting on the man who was disqualified, just to emphasize how serious the European Weightlifting Federation takes the fight to clean out those who try and cheat. It's almost an impossible task to, catch everybody, but 43% of the federation's budget per annum is spent in competition and mostly out of competition random testing. That's a serious chunk of money. Mirzoyan, opening attempt, 155, Armenia for the lead. Well, this is a treat.
Yeah, maybe the first lifter I can remember even stepping forward a bit. On that drug testing thing too, the European Weightlifting Federation is circulating a position paper written by the German Weightlifting Federation urging that the International Weightlifting Federation adopt stricter standards for drug testing. They've spelled them out, so they're very serious and they're heading the charge on that. And out-of-competition testing is felt to be the key. In competition is being done at the international level, but there seems to be an opportunity for stricter and more frequent out-of-competition testing.
Intensity of testing on an equal base across the world is absolutely essential.
And that equal basis part is really key.
Dudoglu, third Dudoglu of the week.
Yeah.
First attempt, 155. And Dudoglu weighed in at 676.46 and goes into second place because he's that much heavier than Mirzoyan. So Mirzoyan of Armenia, he leads with 155. Dudoglu's got the same weight but is in second place. Chedimai of Albania, 154 in third. Agassian, one attempt to come, 153 for Armenia. And then Krzysztof Svaric of Poland, currently fifth. So here's the heavy man of the class, 155, second attempt for Roșu of Romania. Now this will put him up into bronze. And into third place he goes by virtue of being heavier than the two men who've got the same weight.
These guys are making it look easy, okay? It takes a lot of talent and a lot of hard work to get to this point. Go to the gym if you haven't done a snatch and try one. Start with a piece of PVC or broomstick and then try a bar. But these guys are just making it look effortless tonight.
And Yakshi coming out now for Turkey, 155, and just looking at his body weight, 76.00. He is the lightest, following the man who was the heaviest. So 155 would put Turkey into first place. Nobody's getting away from here at the moment. Wow, this is terrific stuff. And I tell you what, the way we're going, they're so tight after their second attempts here. The second half of the competition is going to be fascinating because that's where this competition is going to be won.
Yeah, this is going to be a dogfight every step of the way. I think, we could probably predict maybe the podium's going to be within 5 kilos. Now, maybe not quite that tight, but when we said earlier, every miss is really good. You're going to pay for it dearly. It's not going to turn out to be hyperbole. I don't think at the end of the evening, we're going to see a very close finish.
And Agassian with this his final attempt, 76.71, so going for 155, and at the moment we've got 4 men on that particular weight, and this would put him into 4th place, up from where he is at the moment, 6th, but it's ever so close. So this to become the 5th man on 155 kilos. I suppose it had to come, Randy.
You know, I was racking my brain, trying to think, you know, I've been going to World Weightlifting Championships every year since 1990. Have I ever seen a perfect session?
Yeah.
I can't recall. This one was really amazing. And it's a joy to watch because it makes the lifting go faster. There aren't breaks. And someone had to miss.
But you see, so tight it is, he's still only 2 kilos off the lead. So by no means is everything lost. Now, Tkac from Slovakia. Similar sort of situation. He's down in 8th place, but he's put an extra kilo on the bar because he wants the outright lead. This is his last attempt, 156. And this is 10 kilos up on what he produced in Limassol in Cyprus, taking the European junior bronze. Just 20. Well, he didn't get it, and I have to revise on that. I was thinking of Krzysztof Svaric, actually. Richard, who was in the World Championships, snatched actually 148 in Antalya. This is the man who was coming down from 85 kilos into 77, but it still would have been a personal best for him.
Yeah, now we're getting to into the zone where is third attempt not a weight that maybe every guy is expecting to make. Both of those first 2 misses were on third attempts.
Yeah, so 8 lifts to go now, Randy, and the Turkish lifter who's in the lead at the moment, Yashi, has got 1 attempt. This man coming onto the stage now, Chedimai from Albania, 2. The bar going to 157 to give him a 2 kilo edge. He's also right at the light end of the scale on the body weight weigh-in, 76.24, so that is useful. You know, he was so close to just correcting and holding on to that.
Yeah, there you get a sense of what a tightrope you're on. I mean, there's such a fine line there between sometimes saving the lift and sometimes losing it. And for a moment, looked like he was going to manage to hang on, but not quite. We'll see it now in slow motion. Watch when the bar is over his head to see the effort to try to keep it there, rolling the hips back, back, not quite.
Turkey in the lead by lighter body weight over Armenia, Yashi over Mirzoyan, then the Moldavian Dudoglu. All of them have got lives left. All of them have got attempt opportunities. And Cherimai, after that 157 failure, now has to come out again. But if he does it, he goes into first place. But like you said, Randy, 5 kilos is going to cover an awful lot of people here.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a mile here.
Yeah, as it is, if I go down to 8th place, there's only 3 kilos separating the top 8 as we speak. So this for the lead. Jeremiah standing up, and that is a really good effort. I'm impressed with that.
Yeah, coming back, good lift.
Personal best,
heavy.
Personal best by kilo.
Yeah. Boom, pop, jumps way back. You don't coach someone to jump back. It's not what you'd prefer. Some lifters do it naturally. It's the way they just happen to go mechanically, and he proves it can work. There have been quite a few really good weightlifters who do jump back. And look at that, little celebration. Coaches are happy.
So, new leader. He's finished lifting, but can Mr. Dudoglu, who's got 2 attempts at his disposal, do it in the first of those? 158 going on the bar. Alexandru, who was 11th in the World Championships last year, but before that had a couple of major bomb outs in the World Championships in 2009 and the Junior Worlds. Oof.
Could be a hamstring. I'm not an MD, but from that position, sometimes it ends up being a hamstring when they're extending. We'll hope not. It's interesting because, we see a dislocated elbow, and it looks gruesome, but it's actually fairly minor, I guess, routine fix. A hamstring seems to me to be a more serious injury, but when you just look at it superficially, when it occurs, you think, oh, well, guy pulled a little muscle or something like that, but I wonder if that might be the case here.
After all that success that Turkey had over a couple of days, just shows how it can turn around. Had a little chat with Sybil Simshek earlier on, who finished in 3rd place, and she said, she was reflective about the fact that it wasn't quite her day, but quite amazed, really, having only made 2 good attempts, that she ended up with 3 medals. But
that's nice that she could be philosophical about that.
Yeah, she's one terrific athlete, and not every day can be a red letter day. And but she didn't lose by that much that it's going to worry her. She'll be confident of being able to rebuild for the World Championships.
Does she speak English?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll see her in Paris later this year at the World Championships. Since Dr. Hassan Akbush took over the team, I've been really impressed about the way they present themselves, and very professional, solidarity, they stick together.
Now, the bar going to 159 kilos. Whether Mr. Dudoglu can come out again, we'll just have to wait and see. But this is Roșu of Romania. Roșu, well, he posted 355, but this is the man who posted the top and most ambitious entry total. Well, that was attempt number 3, which leaves him down in 5th place, but he's still only 2 kilos off the lead. And Romania, one of 11 countries who've already got medals here. Turkey with 10 golds, 5 silver, 6 bronze. Russia now up to 2nd place with 5 golds, 2 silvers and 2 bronze medals. And Belarus in 3rd place with 3 golds. Now, Turkey. This man, Yakchi, in 2nd place at the moment by only 2 kilos. And this would take him from 155 to 159 and give him a 2 kilo advantage. This could be very useful indeed. Last attempt.
Well, could be was the operative word. And his brain failed. It said, no, got this far with the lift, but I'm not willing to explode and try to wedge myself under that bar.
We've still got a great competition on our hands here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's not going to stop the tide here.
No. So Chedimai of Albania in the lead. Now there are only 3 attempts left. 2 for Mirzoyan of Armenia, 1 for Dudoglu if he can come out and take it. If. Dudoglu on the bar, Mirzoyan going to 160. Doesn't look good here for Dudoglu. But Mirzoyan it is. Now this is a 5 kilo increase.
And we're getting into a much more serious weight range now. This is really quite a significant lift already in this bodyweight class.
Still 13 kilos off the European record.
Yeah, but 160 kilos, I mean, guys this bodyweight would be happy if they could do an honest back squat with that, most people.
So,
most people lift weights.
Once again, this will be a really useful edge if Mirzoyan can make it.
Well, there's that conditional again, if, and not quite.
Well, they're all going into personal best or a slightly unknown territory. So, you know, it's not surprising that we're getting a bit of red on the board now.
Absolutely. It's the point you've made earlier that, you know, first attempt, you know, it should be a gimme. Second attempt, pretty much. Third attempt is maybe a little bit of a stretch. And, you know, honestly, if it's a stretch, you shouldn't expect 100% success.
So, Cheremai of Albania, sitting in the back room, in the warm-up room, just watching his opponents disappear like milk bottles off a wall.
Showing the brilliance of that analysis we just gave. Look, not a single miss on a first attempt, 3 misses on second attempts, and we've already got 4 misses on the third attempts, and they're not done yet. It's the exact pattern we described. Are we Nobel Prize material, you think?
That's for others to say. Now, Dudoglu, I mean, he's got 155. If they can't put him together for the snatch, better to take time for the clean and jerk if they've got a possibility. Because the bar still on 160, and it's Mirzoyan to come out and have another crack at this. Now, if he was to get it, the European under-23 champion of last season, that would lift him 3 kilos ahead of Cheremai, and then he'd be 5 ahead of the rest of the field. So this would be awfully useful. Albania lead, Armenia challenge. Armenia stand up, and Armenia take the points.
Yeah. Nice lift. Well, we've got Armenians behind us, and with every reason to cheer.
Yeah, if these guys are the stand-ins for Martirosyan, just to say that Martirosyan, on his way to the title last year, snatched 165. And of course, Martirosyan is the European snatch record holder. So that's not a bad performance. So predictably, Dudoglu not in a fit condition to come out and participate. I think that was on the cards. And the interval beckons. 15 minutes in which these men have got to prepare for the clean and jerk. But it's very close, as you will see in a moment. Here we are. 160, Mirzoyan with a 3 kilo edge over Cheremai of Albania. Then we're down to 155 for Yachi of Turkey, and Dudoglu, hopefully he can come out, and Roshu of Romania on 155. Then just behind Agassian of Armenia, 153. It's still